Hello, hello, hello. Everybody. It is I. Dun 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 dun. Juju. AKA the Rainbow Sheep. Hello everyone and welcome to D&D Night. It's been a couple weeks since the last time we played, so I hope you're all excited for the grand return of the Razorcrest Isles. It's gonna be a fun time. There might be some hiccups with internet. I'm giving that as a warning just in case, because we've already had a couple already, but we're gonna keep moving on. Going on. I'm saying the saying wrong. I'm really good at this. We have our DM, who is Will. We have Vesper, who is Bryn. We have Farwin, who is James, and Jasnah, who is Michael. And I'm Juju. You have been freed.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you guys know that you can buy 7.5 pounds of chocolate syrup for $9?
What?
Where?
Wait, what? On Amazon.
What? Is it like the name brand stuff, or is it?
No, it's Hershey's. It's a 7.5 pound container of Hershey's chocolate syrup for $9. Great deal. I don't know what I need 7.5 pounds of chocolate syrup for, but you know.
Obviously to coat yourself in it and become one with chocolate milk.
That would actually
See?
take 22.5 pounds, so you need 3 containers.
I feel like it's doable though.
It would be a thin coat, like a veneer, but yeah, it would get the job done.
Do I like chocolate milk enough for this? Oh, usually ships within 1
What
to 2
about
months.
ice cream? You could have ice cream party.
Yo, and it's got Prime delivery.
Good.
I mean, that's pretty sweet.
Please don't buy it.
There's
Linda!
nothing stopping you.
Buy it. Please buy it.
No.
This is the peer pressure.
If he buys it, then he has to use it before we move.
Yeah, I will say that my speed tests are coming back at 4 right now. I held up 5 with my hand. Nobody on screen can see it. I am wired. It's awful. That's my down.
That's not very much.
No. I think I might be the problem. Yeah. Yeah, so my computer is deciding to be a bastard. So if we do at any point have to stop because of our internet, technical difficulties, of course, but we're gonna hopefully run through it without too much problem tonight. That being said, I'm gonna keep looking at it. Linda, give us a recap.
Okay, cool. So I asked James if I should, like, watch some of the video from a couple weeks ago to, like, give myself, like, my own little recap for the recap. But he said, no, I'm not a coward. I need to just, I need to do it off the top of my head. So here's what I remember from a bazillion years ago. We were still in the cave of Reston, and we defeated Reston, but he's not dead. And we woke him up, and he acted like he's never seen human beings before. He's an alien or something. And we're like, yeah, you're actually a bad guy. He's like, I'm a bad guy, ? And we're like, yeah, you tried to kill us. He's like, I would never do such a thing. How dare you? And also, where am I? And then we took him back into the town, and we went to go see Angry Lady, our favorite Angry Lady. And we said, hey, this guy doesn't remember anything. I think he should go to the sanitarium. Whatever the flip. I don't know. So, Reston said he'll willingly go to the house where he'll get mentally better, hopefully, maybe not. Simon's kind of weird. And then Angry Lady said, okay, if you guys are gonna actually help me, I need you to actually be better at what you're doing. So then she took us out to, I don't know, probably some like testing area, and there was a really cool looking crystal thing, I think. I'm remembering crystal, and we all touched it with our little hands, and they turned different colors. I don't remember which color anybody had, but boom, rainbows and magical powers, and now we're each individually learning some like random cool ability, and that's all I remember.
I mean, that both works for like what happened last time, and also, did we go to camp together, Linda? Because that also, I feel like, happened at camp a few years ago.
At camp, summer camp.
Yeah, lady was mad at us and like yelled at us and stuff. Someone did trip balls and didn't remember doing bad stuff. Yeah, camp, you know.
Oh my god, I actually never went to summer camp, so.
Well, let me tell you, you didn't miss much.
Stuff
It was
happens.
fine.
Yeah,
It was
so-
fine.
so-
Did you go to camp, James?
Once, and it was terrible. I hated it.
Yes, you guys did touch a crystal that surmised your capability for magic. And as Lewis pulls out my headphones, I gotta love cats. You guys got yourselves all set up and were ready to learn your specific magic skills and potentially run an obstacle course that is used to train members of the Protectorate. And that is right where we are picking up. And of course, because of all of this, my notes will not load perfectly. So, as you are standing in front of this obstacle course, Helena is just going to look at you. Okay, first thing we're going to do, is she's going to lead you over to one side of the building, and it looks like there are some targets, and you can see some kind of mechanical device there that you don't know what it does. I just want all of you to either hit it with magic or hit it with something physical. And you're about 20, 30 feet away from these objects currently. And don't break them. That's going to be rule number 1, is don't break them. Great. Let's... And she's going to push... Let's see who she pushes first. She's going to push Vesper first. And she's gonna just stand you right in front of the targets. Just point at him and hit him.
Just like with anything?
Magic, a rock, bow and arrow, whatever you have.
Okay, and I'll point at it. And then I will shoot my Eldritch Blast out of my eyes at it.
Are you currently looking through Basil's eyes?
Yeah, but Basil's on my shoulder.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So, you go ahead and fire. Give me an attack roll.
$11.
11. So as you point and your laser goes at your eyes, it goes completely wide and misses the target, and she goes, well, that one's not too... We're gonna move on now, and she's gonna push, let's see who she pushes next. She's gonna push Farland next, in front of it. Now,
Okay.
I just taught you something. Go ahead and try it out.
Yeah. Farman's gonna close his eyes and he's gonna take a deep breath. And then he's going to exhale. His breath is cold. And he's going to essentially quickly throw almost like a snowball, but it's a frigid shard of ice from his hand towards the target as he casts Crack as a cantrip.
Okay. Please make your attack roll.
It's a 3 plus my spellcasting plus 6, so 9.
Okay. Well, I also have to roll something here. All right. So, as you shoot it out, the magic stays fully formed. You were able to maintain its shape and its velocity, but you do just entirely whiff it, it goes off wide to the left and crashes into the building, leaving a cold spot on there. Okay, you're doing great, kids. You're doing so great.
I
All right,
smile. I'm like, that was cool.
at least you made it happen. And she's just gonna push you to the side and push Juju up to the front. Okay, magic, rock, bow, something. Please hit a target this time.
Oh. Hit something?
The target, right? And she's gonna point in front of you. There's like moving, like archery targets.
Okay. I guess I'll throw this rock. It's kind of a cool rock.
It's a rock, okay. Yeah, sure. Throw the rock, please. And please make a strength based attack roll for me. A 15 will actually hit it. So as you wind up your arm and quickly release the rock, it will ping off the edge of one of the targets. Okay, so one of you can aim. Great. That's good job.
I did it!
That's something there. And she's gonna mark off a tick on,
Juju, you
on
did
the
it!
little notepad she has there.
We should throw a party because you hit it.
Wow, I've never actually thrown a rock before like that. It felt really powerful. My arm kind of hurts now.
It was. I'm gonna say powerful because that would imply.
Oh no, he's a robot.
Oh no. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, not a robot.
Okay. Let's hope.
Oh my.
Okay. How about now? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Am I good?
Who's
Yeah.
to say?
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
Let's not
Okay.
jinx it.
We're gonna run with what we got for right now. So, continuing on, she's just gonna look at you. Great. Not that powerful, but good. You hit it. And she's gonna shove you out of the way and just. Okay, last one.
Don't
she's gonna
touch
try-
me.
as you-
Don't
as you-
don't even.
as
You want
okay,
me to hit
she
this
was going
target?
to. You know you're right. You know you're right. Yeah, last time I did that, you got really uppity, and I don't need that kind of energy today. Just hit the target.
Look at you, Target. You piece of shit. You think you'll ever amount to anything, Target? You're still in the same town that you started in. You think you're essential, but they'll drop you. Oh, they'll forget you. Just you see it. I'm rolling intimidation to hit that target with. I'm trying to hit its emotions.
That was really emotional indeed. And, were that a fitting description of me, I might be a little bit, sad right now. But I don't know if you can see, but that's like a board. It's made of wood.
Does this floating magical target look a little sadder? I would like to roll
it's not
intimidation.
floating and magical. It is on a pulley, and you.
Oh, you said they were moving around.
They are moving around. It has a. The dumbest explanation. There is a mechanical crank wheel that, if you look around the corner, her disciple is currently spinning, and it is wheeling around a rope-drawn pulley system that is moving.
So I unintentionally insulted the disciple.
Unintentionally, he wasn't paying too much attention to you, though. He's too busy cranking the wheel.
I'll storm up to one and just punch it.
Okay, that's neat. Not the assignment. And she's just gonna draw a line in the dirt with her foot. From here, with a rock, a bow, or magic.
I'll start her, raise my hand, and go for a blast.
Okay.
19 to hit.
A 19 will do it as you fire out your blast, and it hits a little bit closer to the center of the target than Juju did with the rock, leaving a bit of a small scorch mark on it where it impacts. Assignment completed. You followed instructions after the third try. And she'll mark off a tally there. But you'll see her kind of writing a note on the side of it. Right, so that's step 1. You've got your target practice done. We'll come back to that at some point. Step 2 is I'm going to have you run this course. And she's going to lead you around to the beginning of the obstacle course. And you can see that it is a really intricately built wooden and metal structure. There are rope nets, there are look like pulley systems, there's a stone wall with jagged edges. And this is just to simulate things that you might encounter if you are doing work for the protectorates. You know, things like difficult terrains, climbing, the idea of being ambushed from, you know, multiple directions and how to deal with it, and just general physical capabilities. So I'm going to go to the other end of it, and you'll hear when it's time to start, okay? And she'll just give you a thumbs up, and she'll start walking towards the other side. There is a red paint line on a stone slab that you can assume is the starting line.
Are we gonna have to run?
At the same time? I think we will have to run.
I think Farwin's gonna win. He's got little legs, but he's really fast.
Yeah, I'm fast.
Oh wait, I keep forgetting you're taller than me. I probably have little legs than you.
You do have smaller legs than him, only by a little, but yes, you do. Takes a moment. You're all there like, oh, when's it going to start? And from across the field, you will hear Helena's voice booming across. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! All of you, same time! And you'll hear like a couple of loud clanging sounds, issuing you to begin the obstacle course. Directly in front of all of you is the first obstacle, a jagged stone wall. It's about 20 feet tall. Does everybody begin the obstacle course? Is the first question I have for you.
Yes.
Yes.
So, that being said, I would like everybody to make an athletics check for me to climb. This is a moderate difficulty.
DM,
Yes.
if we're running as a group, could I, even if it affects my time, apply the help action to one of them and like push them up the wall a little?
You absolutely could. Who are you helping?
I'd like to help Juju.
Okay, so Juju, you will make your athletics check at advantage, which doesn't affect you too much. Your first roll was higher.
Yeah.
And that will go and go and make yours, Jasnah. Starting off, I know I've got Juju's with a 20. With the help of Jasnah giving you a hoof up and getting you a little bit up the wall, you climb up and you make a quick ascent to the summit of the wall. Next up, I will take Farwin. What was your roll?
You said acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics.
Is there any way I can use acrobatics?
How would you use acrobatics? Sell me on it.
I think I'd probably try and it's just basically like a climbing wall.
Kind of, but there are no like determined handholds. It is just a jagged piece of stonework.
I see. I'd probably try and instead of like climbing, trying to do it more based off of like leaping and propelling myself up, because I'm terrible at raw strength. But if I can, leverage my agility.
Okay, yeah. I feel like go ahead and make me an acrobatics roll. It will be a slightly harder DC for you since you are doing something that will be a little bit more strenuous on your body.
Okay, I failed to roll my dice like 3 times, but it's 23.
23 will still do it. As you run up to the wall, get a quick leg up on it, and jump, you find a decent enough handhold, and you get both hands up there, and you lift yourself up quickly before you have time to hit the inertia of going down, and you quickly scamper up the wall. You get about 15 feet up before you have to like properly climb it, but at that point you have a couple of more determined handholds that you're able to get to, so you're clear up and out. Next up, Vesper.
11.
So with an 11, you get to the wall and you grab onto it in a couple places. You start climbing. You're about 10 feet up, and then your hand is going to unlatch from the wall as you lose your grip, and you're going to stumble back to the bottom. You will take 2 bludgeoning damage as you fall, and you'll be back down from the bottom. Jasnah, you are up.
Oh. Can I help Vesper instead?
You can.
That is what I do.
Okay, so you help Vesper to her feet, and are you helping her up the wall as well?
Up the wall. I'm like, come on, Vesper, let's go, Vesper, let's go.
Alright, so with advantage this time.
Oh my god. 8.
8 with advantage?
I rolled a 5 and a 6.
Ooh.
Okay, I need a dexterity saving throw from Jasnah, as you'll kind of huck her up a little bit, and she will just come right back down towards you.
We're starting with the shit. Look.
Is that a natural 20 or is it a 1?
It's a 20.
Oh my god. Okay,
24
yeah.
total.
So you are definitely able to sidestep out of the way of the falling Vesper, and Vesper, you will take another 1 bludgeoning damage as you fall down again.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I should have tried to catch you.
Are you going to continue trying to help Vesper up the wall?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, this time I would like Jasnah, I would like you to make an athletics check and add it to Vesper's check.
You got it.
As you are now going to be, at this 3rd attempt, trying to get a more active hand on climbing her up.
It's a natty light.
Okay?
Do I have advantage?
I'm adding the number that Jasnah rolls to yours.
6.
So, with a combined 26, you are finally able to get yourself up the wall. Jasnah kind of carrying you a little bit, as Jasnah also makes her way up the wall with that high of a check for helping. You're able to get your way up the wall. It does take you a little bit of time to get there, but you are all at the top of the wall. The next is stone pillars with jagged circular platforms that are of uneven sizes. There are 4 different paths, and there are a total of 8 steps toward the other side. So you have a total of 32 different stepping stones in front of you that you have to jump over and across. You may either use athletics and or acrobatics to get across this. And I will make you roll a total of 8 times, I will say, for getting across. Actually, that's a little silly. 4 times for getting across to see how well you can do it. I will start with Farwin this time around.
How far is this pit, by the way, just for our visualization?
You are currently 20 feet off the ground.
And from the other side, it's...
The stepping stones are about 5 feet away from each other, so it'll be one, a 5-foot gap, and another. So there are 8 stones between you and there. It's about 60 feet.
Cool.
Right, and what check did you say this is?
Athletics or acrobatics.
Sweet, I'm going acrobatics.
Okay.
That is a 6 total.
Ooh.
I rolled the 2.
You guys are rolling poor tonight.
Yep.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me to see if you can catch yourself on the way across so you don't fall all the way down.
Probably not. That's a 9.
A 9 will not do it. As you are trying to go across, you try and grab a hand, the stone cracks under your grip, and
How
you
far is
slide
the
down.
fall?
It's 20 feet.
Can I quick cast a web to catch myself?
I would say yes, you can. It will be half the distance down. It will not be the full drop, but it will be 10 feet down. You will take no falling damage. Please post web in the chat so I can read it. Do you get stuck in your own webs?
Yeah, it's creatures.
Not a trampoline style.
Not a trampoline style. It's sticky.
Also, is this the President's Fitness test or the test scene from Hercules? Because I'm getting a little bit of both.
It's kind of a both. So, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw now so that you are not restrained by the web. You will still be cushioned either way, but let's see if you get stuck.
That's easy. I got a 21 on that.
Okay, so you are not restrained. You'll be able to climb your way back up next round. Next up, Juju, you are next to try the stones.
You said 4 rolls, right?
Yes, it will be 4 rolls. I'm going to have you each do a round, and then we'll go to the next. So give me your first athletics or acrobatics. An acrobatics of 14 will get you across the first couple here. Across the 8 stones, you get 2 jumps ahead, and you're on the second set of stones. You look back, everybody is just getting themselves set. I feel like at this point, Jasnah and Vesper are only just getting over the wall, and Farwin has now just fallen. So, you just pressed it over the wall. Farwin is in his own web spell, a couple of feet down, and you are seeing Juju jump across a couple of stepping stones. Which one of you wants to take it first?
You go ahead.
Okay. I have an idea. So, DM, I have a thing that I would like to do with bonus action. Let me ask you if, with my action, I pull a rope from my pack and tie it off of. You said it's like a jagged wall where you're like on top of.
It is, yes.
I'd like to tie one end to that jagged wall with my action.
Okay. I would like you to make a survival check for me to see how well you tie it.
You got it. It is a total of 9.
Okay. You tie a knot. You don't know how confidently you can say that the knot will hold for a very long time, but it's tied.
Okay. I leave that end tied. I hold the other end with my hand, and I just yell, "Maybe this can help." I'm gonna cast Misty Step to juke 30 feet ahead.
Okay, so you get yourself halfway through the stepping stones, and holding onto the rope does lead that way across. So anybody else who is coming that way can potentially hold onto the rope. Next up, Vesper.
Okay. How many am I giving you?
You are giving me 1 athletics or acrobatics check to start with.
Okay.
Yeah, are you using the rope?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good.
I'll use the rope. It's better than not using the rope.
I don't know if it's good.
Okay. So what does the rope give me?
The rope does not give you anything immediately.
Okay.
It will help you to prevent you from falling if you miss.
Okay. Come on. This is my new die. It has boned me every time. 14?
A 14 will get you across the first 2. You, looking through Basil the Mouse's eyes, you hop across the first 2 steps on another platform aside from Juju, and you are now both 2 platforms in.
We did it.
Back to the top. Let's start with Farwin and the web. You are currently not restrained by your web. Go ahead and start climbing up. I will not make you do an athletics for me as you pass that portion of the trial. You get yourself back up. Part of your movement is taken. Go ahead and give me another acrobatics or athletics to see if you can get across the first 2.
Oh no.
That one.
You rolled that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is pure karma. It's like, here's a 1, here's a 20, here's a 2, here's a 19. So
I
my
will
next roll
say,
will be good.
we have not used this mechanic yet, but you are allowed to push your luck. And if you would so choose, you can re-roll that and instead give me 1 bad luck point.
Yeah, let's do it. YOLO.
All right, perfect. I will take my point, and you go ahead and re-roll your acrobatics check.
Okay, it was not very good. It's a 10.
A 10 is just what you needed
Let's
to
go.
get to the second platform. So you hop across 1 and 2. 3 of you now stand on those platforms with Jasnah actually being 2 platforms ahead of you at this current time. We will go now to Juju. Go ahead and make your second set.
Okay. I'm hoping that these platforms are not made out of glass and they're gonna break with more than one person on it.
So I will say there are 4 next to each other platforms. So they are not like big platforms. They are only enough for one creature to stand on each.
Ooh, good roll.
And a 22 will definitely clear you as you nimbly hop from one platform to the next, reaching the same level as Jasnah is. Next up, Vesper.
Can you hear me okay? Okay.
Uh-oh, robot time.
Oh no.
Beep boop, robot time.
You gotta love technology.
No!
22, same as Juju. You will nimbly hop 2 further along and get yourself there. We are over to Jasnah. You have not taken your second round yet. Are you going to be hopping, or are you going to be doing another Misty Step?
I'm going to go ahead and try hopping.
Okay.
I gotta be careful. I'm getting a little bit of
You
the
are
Vesper twang.
2 out currently.
I'm sorry?
And you are 2 stages out, so you are on the 4th platform. You're moving to the 5th and 6th.
Oh, yeah. We gotta go with the aggro crag. No one understood that reference. It's okay.
I love the aggro crag.
I got it.
Oh! Oh! Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
If you do it again, roll another natural 20.
No, I was excited that they got my my reference.
Ah.
All right, here we go. Athletics, you said?
Yes, athletics or acrobatics, whichever side.
It is 14.
A 14. 14 does not clear the DC for these 2. So you'll hop to the 5th one, and you'll kind of skid a little bit. And as you take a second jump, you won't go quite as far, and you will start to try and catch yourself. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw
You got
for me
it.
to see if you can catch the ledge.
That is 13.
13 also will not do
I'll push my luck
anything.
if you'll
I will,
have it.
so, absolutely, go ahead and take that bad luck. Go ahead and roll.
Ew, that's an 8.
Alright, so we were to Jasnah falling and taking 5 bludgeoning damage. We are back to the top of Farwin. You are on the 2nd platform. Please make your acrobatics check to keep going.
11.
And 11 for this platform just barely does not meet the DC. Would you like to make an
No.
acrobatics, or would you like to either push your luck, or would you like to make a dexterity saving throw?
I'll make a dex save.
Okay, please make it.
That's a nat 1. This dice is going away for a while.
We're not rolling good tonight,
No.
kids. Okay, so with a 1, you'll attempt to catch yourself, and you'll miss the ledge, and you'll go for the rope, and you'll realize that Jasnah is just hitting the ground, and the rope is not there for you to catch. You'll
Am I still above my web, though? Because web is 20 feet.
you would still be above your web, so you'll land in the web, make a dexterity saving throw to see if you get restrained.
14, which meets it, so I'm good.
Okay, if that meets your DC, that is perfectly fine. You are not restrained in your web. You will have a harder time climbing out now since you are not at the wall.
That's fine.
Juju, you're up.
Okay, here I go. Uh-oh.
Would you like to push your luck, or would you like to make a dexterity save?
I'll push my luck.
Okay, with a bad luck point spent, go ahead and reroll.
That's better.
A 19 will do it. You hop, you're 2 more platforms forward, you're on the 6th platform, and you had a moment there where you were uneasy on your feet, and you felt yourself kind of starting to crumple, but you picked yourself back up, and you got yourself to the other side. Vesper, go ahead and take your roll.
17.
A 17 will also do it for this one, as you nimbly bop, 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 and you get yourself up and over, same level as Juju. Jasnah, you are currently on the ground. You can see there are handholds on each of the individual stepping stones to lead you back up. It will be an acrobatics or athletics check to climb up.
But I'm on the ground, so I'm just going to run ahead on the ground to the next wall.
Okay.
And I believe I had made to one platform and then fallen a little bit. What is my distance to the wall?
So you had gotten 4 platforms out with your teleport, and then you fell after the 5th. It was 60 feet across. You probably got about 15, 20 feet.
Okay, I'll run 20 feet to the next wall, and if I need to start climbing, I will use what little bit I have left to start climbing.
Okay. As you are running, you will... What's your AC?
My AC is 17.
So with a 19 to hit, you will get flacked in the back of the armor with a tomato, as you can see Helena standing there, and she'll blow a whistle. That's not part of the course!
Uh-oh.
And if you've ever been in a dungeon, you know that sometimes you must improvise, and I ignore her and continue.
You already fell, you'd be dead!
I do have free tomato.
It is currently stuck to your armor, kind of starting to slide down the back.
Oh, I grabbed that bitch.
Okay, you've got a half-smushed tomato. It's still a good tomato. So next up is, we were at the bottom of the round. We're back to the top with Farwin in your web.
Yeah,
Please go ahead and make an athletics check for me for to climb out.
Fuck. Oh, 11. Not terrible.
And 11, from where you were, it's enough to get you back up.
I have a -1 to athletics, so I'm taking it.
Oof. All right, you are back up. Would you like to attempt to jump across another two?
Yes.
All right.
19.
A 19 will do it. You hop, and you are across now. You were previously at the 2 mark. You are now at the 4 mark, and you just got to the 6 mark with that one.
Let's go.
Yep, you're getting yourself across. You are now no longer over your web spell, though.
Oh.
Next up, Juju. You have 2 more platforms to go, and you're on the other side.
I could do this. I could do this.
Go, Juju, go!
Ha!
And a 21 is
Oh, yeah.
perfectly enough. You are able to pop over to the other side, and you make your way perfectly, land. No 3-point landing, you didn't need it, and you turn around and everybody else is still either on the ground or climbing up or still halfway through. Helena will just go, "One of you got through without having to stop," and she'll just keep making notes. And you'll see that she has a bag with her, like a hefty looking bag. Next up, it is Vesper.
Okay.
You were also at the 6 mark, so this is your last one.
9.
That is not enough. Would you like to push your luck?
No.
Okay, please make a dexterity saving throw to catch yourself.
Dirty 20.
Okay, 20 is enough. So as you jump over and you just find your feet slipping out and you grab the 5th pillar, you just barely manage to catch yourself up as you fall between it and the 6th, and you are on the 6th pillar, barely. We are back to Jasnah. You are on the ground. You've had a tomato thrown at you.
And I had used the last little bit to start climbing up a little bit. I'm just going to try to finish climbing this wall.
Okay, please give me another athletics check.
By the way, can y'all hear me well?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Oh, shit. Well, that's gone forever.
It's under your chair.
It's natty light.
And a natty light is enough to get you up the wall. You will get another tomato to the back as you climb up the wall. And you'll just see Helena giving you a stern look and taking another note.
I grab it off my back and take a big bite. Fucking janitor that tomato, have it run down.
Yep. She'll just kind of, that's really not what they're for. And you are now all but, I believe, Farwin at the last one. Farwin, It is your time.
18.
And 18 is enough. You plop, plop, and you are finally across to the last two. And you get to the other side of the wall.
Good job, Farwin.
Thanks, Juju.
So you've made it up the wall, you've made it across the chasm, and now you have the swinging arms. As you stand before it, there is a 5x5 walkway made out of wood, supported by stone pillars. There is a wooden rod that spins up top, and attached to it are ropes with little sandbags on them that are going back and forth. This is going to be a dexterity trial, and all of you are going to be running through it with either acrobatics or dexterity saving throws. First one there, Juju. It is a short walkway. It is only 15 feet across, so you could make it in one go if you don't get hit.
So, dex saves or acrobatics.
Yes, either or. You can either deftly dodge out of the way of them, proactively or reactively as they swing at you.
Wish that was at advantage.
Yeah, so with 10, you will get past the first one. You kind of bob out of the way of the second one. The third one, however, will smack you in the side of the head. It won't knock you off the platform, but it will do 1 bludgeoning damage, and you are covered in flour now.
Puff.
And as you continue on, I'm going to roll for the last one, because this one functions differently. What is your AC?
Un moment. 15.
A 15. So the last one will not hit you, as you can see now that it is a triggered mechanism that this one is the one that would knock you off, as a heavier sandbag that looks like it might be filled with rocks swings by and almost clips you in the chest, but you just barely get out of the way of it. You are on the other side. Not too much worse for wear. Next up, Vesper.
Okay.
Acrobatics or dexterity savings, whichever's higher for you.
They're the same, so. 30-20.
Okay, with a dirty 20, you nimbly dodge, bob, weave, and the fourth one will once again swing down. I'm assuming a 10 is not going to hit your AC. So, with a lovely little 10, the bag of rocks will once again swing down and just barely skid by you, and you're on the other side. Next up, Farwin, you are up to go, as Jasnah was the last one to get up the wall, because of all the climbing.
I'm gonna use acrobatics then.
Okay, please make an acrobatics check.
Ooh, not great. 9.
A 9, you'll get past the first sandbag, the second one will whack you in the face, and you will take 1 bludgeoning damage and are also covered in flour.
Okay.
And as you make it past the third one, I need to roll against you. Does a 22 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, so as it crash, you are going to take 3 bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw so as not to be knocked on your feet.
Okay. 21.
21, you will not be knocked on your feet. You'll kind of tap your hand off the platform and stumble forward instead of outside. You'll see there is a small pool of water underneath you currently. But you get across safely to the other side.
Okay.
Last but not least, Jasnah, you're up.
I raise my hand and I want to Eldritch Blast that big heavy bag.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll against it.
Actually, quick question. Sorry, before
Yes.
that, I activated my Armor of Agathis earlier to show her, like last session, right?
Yes,
I mean, it lasts an hour, so I assume I still have it.
it would still be up, yes.
Okay, would it automatically deal frost damage to the bag because the bag hit me?
It would. The bag is kind of chilly looking.
Okay, sweet.
It's a cold bag.
Take
Bag of
that.
rocks.
I mean, that's probably worse for the next person.
It might be worse for the next person. So you're trying to hit the rock bag.
The rock
before you
bag,
go
yeah.
through.
That is a 19 to hit.
A 19 will just barely hit it. Please deal your damage to it.
I didn't take agonizing blast, so this is just a flat D10. Hey, 7 points of damage. Force.
Okay, 7 points of damage. After the frost damage that it takes, that is enough to rupture the bag, and the rocks will come spilling out and splashing into the water. Plunk, 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 plunk.
And
The
with
bag is
that,
now swinging empty.
and with that, now I'll take my movement.
Okay, please make either acrobatics or dexterity saving throw.
Come look at this.
It's another 20.
I want you to see it.
Okay, and with the 20, natural,
Damn.
you are going to quickly just slide around and under all of the remaining bags and just kind of slap the empty rock bag as it goes by you, and you are on the other side, all of you there. Some of you hit by rocks and flour, some of you not.
I mean, the rocks didn't do anything because I had armor of Agathis and it already regenerated, so we're gaming.
Yeah. And the last thing that is in front of you is a sloped incline, or decline, I should say, leading down to the ground below you. And it looks like there are walls that are built into it, and it looks sort of maze-like. I would like for the first person to go through to make a survival check.
You said sloped incline and then like little walls?
Yeah, so it is an incline that leads down to a set of walls, and it's not like you're going to be sliding down it, but it is a, more difficult walkway with a maze built into it. Who is going into the maze first?
How tall are the walls of this maze?
They are, because of how it's built, they are 9 feet tall, but the perspective doesn't really, reflect that well.
And the walls of the maze, do they look thick?
They're decently thick. They look to be made out of a couple of layers of wood.
Interesting.
Can't be splurging too much on obstacle courses that can potentially be destroyed.
By Jasnah.
By Jasnah, who has already destroyed at least one portion of it.
So someone take it first.
I'll go first.
Alright, Farwin, you are headed in first.
Yeah.
This is difficult terrain, so it's going to be hard to move through it, and I would like you to make a survival check to see if you can find your way through.
No. I have 5.
So as you walk through, and you turn a couple corners, and you find yourself at a dead end, make a perception check for me.
Okay, I can do that. 10.
With a 10, you feel like you can see something on the wall, and it catches your eye. It looks like a crease on the wall.
Okay. I touch it.
Okay. You just put your hand on it?
Yeah.
Okay. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw real quick.
6.
Okay, 6. So with a 6, as soon as you touch it, you feel yourself get kind of bleary-eyed, and your vision doubles for a moment. And for the remainder of the maze, you are going to have disadvantage on survival checks to exit because the paths are going to be shifting in front of your eyes.
Okay.
Next up through the maze, for the first round of maze travel.
I'll go.
All right, please make me a survival check.
Are you going the same direction as Farwin?
Dirty 20.
So the Dirty 20, you begin walking through the maze, and you notice a couple things. One is on the floor of the maze, you notice that there are imprinted footsteps where Farwin went, but there is a larger step of footprints that is going a different direction. Second thing you notice is that along some of the walls there are crease marks, but if you look a little bit more closely, there's something on the crease marks, like a material on there, that doesn't look very savory to your eye, or Basil's eye, I should say, because you're looking through the maps at the moment. Are you going to try and collect Farwin before you continue?
Farwin, come this way.
Okay.
Farwin, as you walk, you bonk into a wall real quick, and you're just like, ah! And then you manage to make your way to Vesper, as you are still double visioned the entire way.
Absolutely.
I feel like every now and then you'll bonk a wall because you don't know how close you are to it.
I reach out my hand to hold Vesper's hand.
I hold Farwin's hand.
Right? And for holding Farwin's hand, you are able to guide him about halfway through the maze. Vesper or Jasnah? Or not Vesper or Jasnah. Juju or Jasnah? Who's up next?
I'll go.
Alright, please make a survival check to see if you can get through. A 15 is enough. You are able to notice those foot imprints in the gravel, and you pick up more sets now as you see that there are Farwin and Juju, and I keep calling you by the wrong names. Farwin and Vesper's footprints just ahead of you. You don't get quite as far as they do into the maze, but you get pretty decently far in. Last up into the maze, Jasnah.
Which direction did you guys go?
This way!
As there are many branching paths and they all kind of lead forward, the voice emanates from behind a wall. You have no idea which way to go unless you roll.
Did we, so we're going in one at a time. Could I notice if they went right or left?
You would see that they all went left start.
Okay, fair enough. I will start by going left, and then I'll give you that.
Okay, please make
survival
me a
check.
survival check. Yours will be at a slightly lower DC.
That is survival plus 4, 17 total.
A 17. With that, you quickly are able to retrace the footsteps of your companions, finding on the way Juju and catching the footsteps a little bit ahead that would lead towards Farwin and Vesper.
Can I do something really quick?
What would you like to do?
I would like to cast Mage Hand in the air above me and have it point downwards as I say, "Here we are."
Oh my gosh.
Okay. With that, from behind, catching up to them,
Uh-oh, they're frozen.
I just thought he was thinking.
I thought so too.
well, is it all of us or just me?
Oh, you're good now.
I'm good now?
Yeah.
We're back?
Yes.
We're
Okay.
back.
So yeah, any survival checks made by anybody behind the hand will be at advantage. Not including Vesper, because you are at the same place as it.
Cool.
Alright. I will go to Vesper. You are currently leading Farwin by the hand.
Okay. 21.
A 21, you will be able to navigate your way very deftly, avoiding seemingly more problematic walls and a couple of areas on the floor that look like they might give way if you step on them. And you are able to make your way to the end of the maze. Farwin, are you just going along for the ride?
Yes.
Alright, you're
I'm gonna
just
say,
dragged by the hand.
Wow, Vesper, you're so smart.
Thank you. I know.
And mind you, for the next 30 seconds about, your vision is still double vision.
Yep. Both of you.
All right. Next up, either Juju or Jasnah, since you guys are in the same place. And you will have advantage on your survival check.
I guess I'll roll.
All right, take it.
Ah!
And a 20. With that, you're able to find the footprints and also avoid all of the dangerous aspects of the maze as you find your way to the end. Would you like, since you were together at the same time, would you like to just follow her out of the maze?
Oh, absolutely. I would stay with Juju even if like she went in the wrong direction. We shouldn't split up.
Okay, you guys stick together. Juju leads you out of the dangerous maze, and you are both on the other side, where there is a second red line similar to the one that met you at the front.
Juju, you did that so well.
Thank you. There's a red line here. Is this the finish line? I cross it.
You cross the finish line, and you see Helena mark on the paper. First to cross is Juju.
I came in first! Wait.
Not to the standing of anybody else who had not, gone across it.
I
So are
don't.
we supposed to cross it or no?
She is just standing behind the line waiting.
Go on, Farwin. You go first. You can be second.
Okay. I will go.
You stumble across the line, still double vision. And you stop for a second in front of the line because you think you crossed it, but then you realize, oh no, that's the double, and you go across the second line, and you're there.
Yeah.
I want to give Farwin a flower hug,
That-
because we're flower people.
I will accept.
Poof.
Poof, flower hug. And then, who's crossing the line next?
Vesper, you first. I must watch the caboose. Never trust a maze behind you.
Okay, I'll go next.
Okay, you cross the line, and she marks down Vesper third. Are you crossing the line?
I roll perception at the maze behind me to make sure nothing's chasing us.
Please roll perception.
It's a natural 4.
You don't see anything chasing you?
I crossed the line.
As you cross the line, she'll hand you a tomato. And she will just smush it in your hand.
Ooh.
These are expensive, like this is very ostentatious.
There's a whole field right over there.
What?
It's harvest season. There's like a couple hundred of them.
So on Jasnah's face, genuine shock. Why such extravagance? Do you know how much tomatoes are come from?
Probably more than where there's a tomato field, I'm assuming.
Thank you for this. She's not mad. She just walks away a little astonished.
Confused and astonished, yeah.
I don't think that I like you very much.
Wait. I have an idea. I would like to bring my mage hand down to the level of Vesper's shoulder and put its finger up against her shoulder.
So you're poking Vesper in the shoulder with the mage
Yes,
hand.
but flat.
Okay.
And then I would like to say, what if Basil gets on the mage hand?
Basil?
Basil, yes.
I'll see you.
Basil goes on the mage hand.
There's currently a mouse on the mage hand.
I would like to raise the mage hand into the air slightly, and slowly and carefully.
You slowly and carefully raise the mouse up. How high are you lifting it?
It's 5 feet.
Okay. How high? How far can you send the mage hand, and how long does that last?
It's a duration of 1 minute, so I think we probably have plenty of time
It's
left.
30 feet, I think.
And it's 30 feet.
Okay, yeah. So it flies 30 feet into the air.
No,
and
I'm
there's a
only
mouse.
sending it 10 feet up.
Okay, you send it 10 feet in the air. There's a mouse 10 feet in the air.
I would bring it back down, because I know it's got a short duration.
Okay. You will lower it down, and Basil will scuttle back onto Vesper's shoulder.
That was cool.
That was cool.
Don't teach it to fly. Don't
What?
teach it to fly. Don't teach it to fly. It does not need that. Don't teach it. Do not teach it to fly. Okay?
The mouse?
Basil
It's a
already
different mouse.
knows how to fly.
Is Basil a fairy? A fairy
Basil-
mouse?
Basil is a mouse. At the moment. But sometimes, I guess, Basil couldn't be a bird.
I'm gonna draw a fairy mouse in my sketchbook.
That's really cute.
They just like to be a mouse most of the time.
As you're all having this conversation, you'll see Helena finish her notes. Okay, I've got your aptitude scores, and unsurprisingly, Juju wins. I
won?
Let me, and she'll flip around what she was writing, and you'll see that there are plus signs and minus signs near, like, boxes and notes by them. Okay, so starting with the targets, Juju and Jasnah were the only ones to hit it. The other two of you got -2 points for missing. This is, by the way, this is out of 100 points, and you got -2 for missing. Next up, the rock wall. Climbing up it well and quickly, you netted 0 points loss. So, Juju, still at 100 points. Farwin, you got up, you had a little bit of a hiccup in your method there, I think. It was supposed to be a climbing thing. Jumping is fine, but it's not what the test is for.
Well,
so
I'm bad at climbing.
You got
so I
minus
just
1
didn't
point there.
Do that. Oh. I look extremely sad.
Jasnah, you got +2 points for trying to help people there. Vesper, you got -10 points because without anybody's help, you couldn't get up the wall. So, that's where that goes for that. For jumping across, Farwin, you got +1 point for your creative thinking. You did, however, fall twice, and you almost got yourself fallen a third time, so you did get -8 points there.
No.
I have no notes for you two ladies, and she's gonna point at Vesper and Juju. You both made it across just fine. There was a little stumble there from Vesper, but you got across. Jasnah, you got -5 points because you fell down in the middle. And then you got -10 points for going across the middle. And then you got -10 points for climbing up the other side instead of trying to climb yourself back up. So you got -25 points there. Just for that.
But I don't understand why you gave me 3 weeks worth of wages in tomatoes.
So made tomatoes.
I'm not going to explain the tomatoes. So, for the bridge, it was to emulate traps and or swinging things / projectiles. Obviously, Vesper and Jasnah, you made it across. Jasnah, you got -3 points for breaking it at the end there. So, that's that. Vesper, you get no denotations for that. Farwin and Juju, you both got smacked by bags. Farwin, you got hit by the rock bag. -2 points and -5 points respectively.
Mm-hmm.
For the maze, Farwin, you get -15 points. Because, frankly, you went the wrong way. You touched a wall that you saw something on the wall, and you didn't know what it was, and then you immediately touched it, and then you went cross-eyed for all of it. So I know you went cross-eyed for all of it. That's what that wall does. And you had to be led out of there. The rest of you did fine in the maze. So, final point tally ends up with Juju at the top, then Vesper, then Farwin, and then Jasnah.
Wow, Jasnah. You suck.
I know.
Oh.
School was never my strong suit.
That's fair. Juju's the
Counting
most
in-
competitive out of all of us.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, she did win out. She didn't get really any negatives.
I just didn't want to fail.
Well, you passed, and that's good. Scoring you up, we've got a means and methods of gauging your abilities. Now, this is not comprehensive because we haven't seen you actually do combat in full, but we shouldn't really have to see that, hopefully. We hope that nobody ever has to be in a life or death situation. But we have a ranking system. Jasnah, you rank as a 10th core. Farwin and Vesper, you ranked as a 9th core. And Juju, you ranked as a 7th core.
Quick question though. How do our rankings change because we saved your townspeople from getting eaten alive by ghouls?
Now, I'm going to be right with you. Because I did not witness any combat that happened, I know you killed some ghouls, and I know for a fact that you lived through it. Obviously, you're all standing here. You are... Hold on, there are cats fighting and trying to like...
No, they're trying to eat the internet.
The cats.
Yeah, they're trying to bite Ethernet cables, which is real fun.
Keep talking.
So, she kind of just looks at you. Even though the lot of you did help with the ghouls, that is outside of the measurements of the test, and frankly, because you weren't ranked before here, you wouldn't be able to have been pushed up for it anyway. Had you been with me from the start, and had gotten yourselves in better shape, then maybe we could have gotten you higher.
I have a question.
But-
What is a core? What is this rank of measurement? What does any of this mean specifically?
Because I have put you in a dangerous line of things to do, and I have received word from some of my superiors that I was out of protocol without doing this first, I cannot be employing you any further unless I did this. So, because you were very helpful and you did a good job for me, I wanted to put you through this so I could actually employ you and pay you if I needed to. And also, this carries on to pretty much everyone else in the Isles. The Protectorate has a presence in every town, and we are obviously giving jobs. So this is your way of receiving jobs from us in the future, regardless of whether you are here, or Iorius, or somewhere on Frigid Isle, Turquoise Reef, Green Rule, anywhere.
Okay, so the cores are a good thing.
Yes. It is a
Ah.
good thing. It is a measurement of what you're capable of. You will not be receiving jobs outside of your capability, so hopefully you will never be put in excess amounts of danger. Make any sense?
I totally understood everything that you just said. I was just asking for any of my party members. Sure, yeah. Jasnah did not, but
And
she's rolling with
just
it.
gonna take a binder out and hand it to you. This is a list of core jobs. None of them are active because none of them are from here. This is a reference book. I get the bulletins for all of them just because I need to have them, but this is what they look like. And as you flip through, you will see, portraiture of what kind of jobs that they offer, the essence of what the job is about, who is giving the job, where the job is located, and what pay the job gives, as well as in the top right corner, it will give you a number ranging from 10 to 1, Now these are, generally speaking, if you are of a certain corps, that's the jobs that you are physically capable of doing. Now, obviously, there are exceptions to that rule. You can always do something lower than you, so you could do a 10-core job and you'd be just fine. That's stuff like bringing a scroll from one town to another. That's easy work. But 9-core and up, that's where it gets kind of dangerous. And anything above 7th core is where you find the extremely dangerous stuff. And we save anything above the 4th core for members of the Protectorate only.
So, you think that I am more capable than Jasnah?
Based on the test, yes.
Your test is shit, because that's just not true. She's the strongest of everybody.
No, Vesper, you are very, very, very strong, I swear.
Well, she
Juju,
failed to
that
test
means
the harvest.
if you're the strongest out of us, you're the leader. Yeah, you have to make all the decisions now.
Actually, that's a good question. If I'm the highest one, can I still do my missions with people who are lower than me?
You are allowed to take members of the corps with you on your missions. Missions with lower level members require at least 4 members with them. So, congratulations, you're set. You can take 7-core jobs. But you have to be the one who accepts them, and only you can accept them. They're allowed to tag along, but they can't pick up the job and say, "Oh, I'm with Juju." It doesn't work that way.
Okay, I guess I'm making the appointments, everybody.
Okay.
This level of bureaucracy, it is impressive.
Well,
When there's too much bureaucracy involved, things can get really messy.
it's a very messy system, and that's why I didn't, in a time of good need, put you through it before we took care of the good need. But now that it's done, we can actually get you into some things that are a bit more towards your skill sets and capabilities. That being said, I don't have any more jobs over here. That was taken care of. I don't know what all of you are doing, though. Were you intending to stay here for long, or you traveling through? I can set you up with a job if you need one somewhere else.
Welfare leader, Juju. What do you think? Where are we going?
I think maybe we need to talk about it alone a bit.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. So we're
Okay.
really all done with the ghoul stuff?
Well, I've been investigating it as well, and I'm going to head out to where you were and figure out if there's any lingering ghouls, or if there is a den, or if there's somewhere they're coming from. But primarily speaking, I'm calling this one shut for now. There is no presence of ghouls to be noted as of right now. Reston is currently back home, safe with us, and he's getting the, care that he needs. He has no physical trauma to him, just what's up in here. And from there, it's a matter of giving him time to heal up, or so to say. I don't know really how that works. I've never had to be inside, anything like that. I've never needed a therapist, so I
You
wouldn't be able to tell you.
should.
Probably, but that's for a different day, and not for right now. I'll let you talk about it, and I don't know what you're planning on doing, but let me know if you're leaving, and if you need a job, can set you up with something somewhere. It's better than going on with no pay.
Is it, though? We'll get back to you.
I mean, do you hate money?
Well, I don't know if I like you is the thing, so we'll talk about it. Goodbye now. And
Bless you.
Okay. Well, that's and she'll kind of give you a wave, and she'll whip around a corner and open a door and go back inside the town hall.
Thank you again for the most extravagant gift.
It's just a tomato.
Jasnah's blushing.
Very confused. Okay, and she'll close the door behind her.
Okay, so
No, it's just where I come from. It's very, well, it's impossible to grow them, and they must travel a very long time. And to just hear that they just grow them in the ground here is quite honestly a ridiculous thing. I cannot believe that they just grow them, you know? No, they're very expensive.
where are you from?
So, should we maybe get a drink first? And
I
perhaps
think
fair
we need
leader?
to have a talk.
Exactly.
Jasnah, you're holding us back.
What?
I don't understand. She said I was a 10 core. The number 10 is larger than the number 9 or 8 or 7.
Well, I think it goes the other way, but I feel like you just gotta really, knuckle down and get stronger. So maybe like do more cardio or something.
But why would it go the other way? The number 1 is a puny number. It is by a number 2.
Well, of course
Barely
it
a
goes the other
pittance.
way. It's a system made by she made it, so of course it's wrong.
Oh, these lowlanders, I understand. I feel like they just have too much air down here, if you understand what I mean. It just gets you airsick. This is a terrible place. However, I still don't understand their silly numbering system. All I know is that I think that I should continue traveling with all of you. And since bureaucracy has spoken and our fair leader Juju has been chosen to make decisions for us, then perhaps Juju should be the one to direct this little ship of acquaintances that we're forming.
I agree with that. Juju, you heard that? You're in charge of Jasnah's workout regimen.
I did not say that.
Well, we can talk about all that stuff later. If anything, like, I'm okay with, like, helping us do tough stuff if we need to. But I don't want to be like the sole leader. I want to work with you all. Like I think we've been doing just fine how we've been doing together.
You mean like an egalitarian group where each person contributes to the choices that affect all of us?
Yeah.
That's a ridiculous idea. Who would want that?
Oh.
I have an opinion.
Okay.
I think that lady is a bitch.
Oh. She is a little rough around the edges.
I'm a child.
Okay, it's true though.
No, she's just doing her job.
Her job is to throw tomatoes at you. That's rude. Also, we helped her out and she is being very mean to Farwin. She was really mean.
Oh. Not true.
Oh. I also just thought of something. Speaking of throwing tomatoes and stuff like that, I'm covered in flour. I would like to deflour, please.
Yeah, one of you is covered in tomato, 2 of you have flour covering you.
I can clean that off of you if you want. You don't have to like shower. I know it's not always like good for your hair to get it wet all the time.
I think I can actually do it too. I just remembered how
Yeah.
I can't say that word.
Squibby dibby adoption.
Prestidigitation.
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 Yeah, it was close enough.
Enunciation.
Prestidigitation.
Just say it really fast. No one will know you can't say it right.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, just say it super fast. No one will know.
Prestidigitation.
There you go.
Yeah, you can't tell. No. If you don't enunciate any syllables, they can't tell if you get any of them wrong.
Yeah.
All right, let's all clean up. Let's go get an apple juice and maybe maybe a spiked apple juice, and we can talk about our plans. Am I doing the leadership thing right? Oh,
You're
Yes.
doing so good.
Perfectly.
And with that, you all head back to the Barley Beholder. And I think that's a perfect time for all of us to go get some apple juice and take a quick 5-10 minute break.
all right. We might still technically be in the break mode, but I have my hot apple cider. Okay, never mind. They're actually ready, so we're good. Let's go back to D&D. Boom. Thank you for dealing with the long pause there, everybody. Thank you. Woo!
Woo! We're back!
Woo!
So you have all, in certain degrees of success, completed the obstacle course. You are now back in the Barley Beholder. You are you sitting down at the bar? Are you sitting down at a table?
I can't sit at the
Is-
bar.
Is the tent still up?
I feel like at this point, no, the tent is not still up.
Gotta rebuild the tent.
Yeah, we'll rebuild the tent and go in the fort.
If you attempt to rebuild the fort in the main area, Hav is just gonna go, hey, now I know it's really kind of a fun thing for y'all, but this is a place of business. There was an exception that I made for all the dangerous circumstance and whatnot, but I would appreciate if you got rooms that you're paying for. You can do that in there, yeah?
I guess.
Farwin looks sad again.
Can you bring up like a few bottles of wine to there?
I mean, that I can do. It'll be, silver on the table for it. But yeah.
Okay.
What is the currency exchange here for tomatoes?
I mean, it's a tomato, and to my eye, those look kind of crushed.
Yeah, I mean, crushing is what you need first to begin the good foundation for a sauce.
I'm not gonna buy a crushed tomato from you.
Okay, here's your gold. And I'll pay for the wine for the lot.
Okay. It would only total out to how many bottles of wine are you buying?
What's a normal amount? 4, 5.
Well, Farwin can't drink. Wink.
I'm a child.
So maybe like 3, 4. We can get Farwin one, but we won't tell them that it's for Farwin.
I'm a child.
He is a child.
So?
Like I said, apple
4
juice.
What was that, Juju? Sorry.
Apple juice. Cider.
Yes. Okay then. 4 bottles of wine and 2 bottles of apple juice.
Yeah, that we can do. And it will be just 6 silver, 1 for each bottle.
Done.
Alright. You are able to grab your bottles, you retreat up to one of your rooms, you make a blanket fort, and you are all cozied up, ready for your conversation.
Farwin, if you want to try alcohol, you can.
I don't.
Okay,
I'm a child.
that's okay. You still can if you want to.
But that's illegal.
Okay. I'm not going to tell on you.
We kind of are the law now, I think.
Mhm. If Juju says you can, then you can because she's in charge.
Oh, well, I'm not trying to peer pressure him.
Not at all, just if he wants to.
I think it's a bad idea. He needs to see a few more winters before he can engage in alcohol.
Yeah. So Dante said I can't drink until I'm 18.
Jasnah's only level 10, though.
Oh, I wasn't agreeing to or listening to Jasnah. I was agreeing and listening to Juju, because she's our leader.
Oh.
Well.
You don't have to do everything I say.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to make a note not to tell you to jump off the cliff then.
Where?
Why would you tell him to do that?
That was me trying to make a joke. I'm not very good at jokes.
Oh, so we should laugh?
Yeah.
You sound like you're crying. Are you okay?
I was laughing because I was told to.
Okay, so Juju, what are we doing?
So Juju, what are we doing?
Oh, well, let's sit down. And I start patting the floor or whatever chairs or whatever the heck.
Yep.
Oh, glasses. We need some glasses. And I go grab some glasses. I'm like, oh, let me pour the wine for everyone. Here we go. Okay. Oh, not for Farwin. Farwin doesn't want it. So, here's some apple juice for you, Farwin. And okay. So, we are gathered here today to decide what we're gonna do next as the group. Specifically about the ghouls, cause I don't trust that that's all solved and dandy.
You're so smart, I agree. And I think that guy at the sanatorium is shifty. And he knows something.
He is shifty. I think he
was-
knows something too.
My thought on the matter. With as much of a stick up the ass as Helena has, I trust her judgment. And it sounds like she feels pretty confident that the ghoul situation is under control. And that we now must see to our fates, as we are now part of the military-industrial complex and the beast that it is. So, it is the mere fact that I don't like her that I trust her and her judgment on the ghoul matter.
I
I
disagree.
think we need to think about what the future of this acquaintanceship is going to be.
I disagree with everything you just said.
I think
Name-
we should vote. Okay, here's the voting scheme. So
Vesper, I want you to repeat one thing to me that I just said.
That you trust Helena's judgment and that we're part of the military-industrial complex now? No.
Oh shit, you're actually listening. I'm so sorry, I assumed.
Okay, so we should vote, and here's the voting scheme. Okay, Jasnah gets 1 vote because she's a 10 core. Vesper and I each get 2 votes, and Juju gets 6 votes.
I don't think
No.
that maths very well. We should have 1 vote each.
No, it's because it's because of our ranks.
No,
It makes sense.
it is not the boy's fault. If he needs to explore this, then he must. He's simply a victim in this situation.
What am I a victim of? The military-industrial complex? I don't even know what that is. I'm a child.
How many nights has it been since we've caught Reston?
I would say it's been like 2 nights.
And there's
Or
been no
at least
ghoul
rather, this would be
activity?
the 2nd night since you've caught him. There has been no ghoul activity since.
But here's the thing, right? Is that if you're a serial killer and somebody else gets blamed for your crimes, you stop doing crimes for a bit so they can just pin it on that guy who isn't you.
That's a
Sound
good idea.
pretty familiar with this idea, Vesper.
I do a lot of reading, okay?
So
about serial
then
killers.
Yes.
what we should do. So then what we should do is we should leave, and then the ghouls will come back and kill people. And then we'll come back and find them again.
Or they might have moved on to another town already. There could be ghouls over there, and we don't know.
That is scary.
Or everything's fine. No ghouls equals fine, ghouls equals not fine. You know?
Then let's try to find a new job. It doesn't even have to be in this town. Do we want to leave this town? Was anyone going in any particular direction before we got caught up with this whole ghoul thing?
No, I was just kind of looking at different and new places.
I was just on a journey to become a hero.
You did it!
Yeah, but I have to keep going.
No, I'm just looking around.
You know? Do we have access to, like, the map of this island? The Isle of Teeth?
I would say that you would be able to request a map either from Helena or just, there's probably one in the general store that you could look at.
If possible, could I have retroactively just gotten a map of the island?
You could have, yes.
Thank you. And how much would that charge be?
Just like 5 silver.
Dunzo. I flip open the map and I just say, I don't know. I mean, let's look at this Isle of Teeth and what looks interesting. Maybe that's how we pick. And it sounds like since we are now part of their, little capitalist fascist club, we will have the ability to find jobs wherever we go.
We should go live in the forest.
I already did that.
Did you have fun?
Yeah,
That's good.
but I can't become a hero in the forest. Heroes need people to save and bad guys to fight and all that stuff.
I'm sure the
That's
squirrels
true.
liked you.
I think so.
Did you eat them?
Of course.
Oh.
I mean, if you're trying to become a hero, then out of these places that we see on this map, where do you think you could become a hero, Ferwin?
I look at the map and then I pull out my own poorly wrought maps.
They're very
Probably
poorly
of the
wrought.
forest around the orphanage I grew up. And I will look at my map and then at Jasnah's map back and forth, and I'll be like, I don't know. Anywhere really. As long as it's not here, and I point at my own map. Because there's nothing there. Just
Okay.
squirrels.
I mean, if me and my poor, lowly, humble 10 whatever the fuck it was called, rank, could humbly submit my opinion, why don't we go check out this city of Ioras?
Ooh. A big city?
I bet they have some good books.
Things to draw.
I will say, Juju, you have been to Ioris. That is where you went to college.
That's what I figured. But I wasn't 100% sure.
No, that's definitely where you went to college.
Okay.
After you left the Turquoise Reef, that is where you ended up for a couple of years.
I actually know this place now that I think about it. So I would be backtracking a little bit, but that's okay. I wouldn't mind showing you guys around. I went to school there.
We only go forward, we do not go back.
But if you guys haven't seen it, then that would be fun, and it would probably be easier for us to find a job in a city.
I think
Indeed.
there's a loophole, and we can go there as long as we don't take the same route Juju took to get here.
Very good call.
Exactly.
Okay. That sounds like fun.
So, Juju, it sounds like you're going to be playing our tour guide as our acquaintanceship captain.
Yeah, I'm the leader. So I am good at giving tours too. And I won't let you guys down. I think.
You could never let us down. A toast to Juju.
A toast to Juju.
Toast to us.
Farwin looks around and he's like, I don't have toast.
Just raise your juice.
I raised my juice.
Clink.
Clink, 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 clink. Mugs and cups raised to the sky.
Eye contact, eye contact, eye contact. It's bad luck if you don't do it. Eye contact.
And the motherly nagging of Jasnah about eye contact.
Vesper very clearly does not make eye contact with you.
Oh shit, she's fucked.
But Basil does.
Oh.
Little daggers into your soul.
No bad luck from the mouse.
I don't trust that fucking mouse.
But you are all able to spend the rest of the day however you wish. It was about midday. Are you all just drinking together for the rest of it, or are you doing anything in particular?
Oh, should we go tell what's her face that we're fucking off a bit? I mean leaving. Sorry, Farwin.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a good idea. What's wrong? Farwin, what is it? Young boy.
Vesper keeps saying bad words.
Do you not like her saying bad words?
I'm a child.
I am very sorry too. I've been saying a lot of bad words.
Yeah.
You're allowed to say bad words too.
No, he is not.
Yes,
None
he
of us
is.
are
I
now.
was cursing at his age.
That's not surprising.
Do you want a swear jar, Farwin?
No, I don't need the money.
Okay. We could fill it up with pebbles instead, and then when the pebbles fill up, you can get a treat.
But plus, if, as Jasnah says, we're gonna tear down the capitalist military-industrial complex, it doesn't really make sense for me to have a swear jar, because then I would become rich, and then I'd have to tear myself down.
But it would make sense for you to have pebbles so you could throw it at the industrial complex.
Oh, I don't need pebbles, because I learned a new spell, remember?
But that wouldn't surprise them. You throwing a jar of rocks at them would be shocking.
You don't like my spell?
I think it's so good.
Yeah.
Jasnah is just quietly swelling with pride at hearing what Farwin just said.
Children are impressionable, so you don't want to teach them to swear, but you do want to teach them to overthrow the military-industrial complex.
I think
will
maybe we
make-
could argue to do both.
We will make a decent interview yet.
Oh my god.
Farwin, just whisper a bad word.
No.
Okay.
Maybe in a couple years.
Okay.
But to answer your question, Farwin, or sorry, was that Juju who said that should we let Helena know that we are leaving town?
That was me.
Vesper, I am very sorry. Yeah, let's leave a note saying that we're leaving town. We are heading to Ioras. We will meet, actually, maybe we should ask her if there's a contact that we should speak to in Ioras for the Protectorate, no?
And also, if there's like little coins or badges that we should have to prove we're not full of crap.
No, it's true. She provided no documentation. This whole system just seems very broad but very shallow at the same time.
We could go in and be like, we're level 1, and they'd be like, oh my gosh. And then we'd all die, probably.
It's true. We should go see Helena. Juju, as captain of the acquaintanceship, what do you think?
I agree with this. However, we should probably do it in the morning. We've already bothered her enough today. I think she probably also needs to drink some juice and go to sleep.
Oh, I have an idea, though. And I will write a little note that says, come see us tomorrow morning, Heart Vesper. And I will give it to Basil to run over to Helena.
Ooh, instant messaging.
So to confirm, you are writing a note
Writing a little note.
and you are giving it to the mouse.
Yep.
And the mouse is going to run it to Helena.
Yes.
Okay. You'll write your note. It will go over. Basil will eventually come back.
Good work.
What ranking is Helena? You think she's a 1?
No,
A 2?
maybe a 6.
Yeah, I mean, she is in charge of a tiny little town.
Yeah, and Jasnah could probably beat her up.
Oh, definitely.
Not Farwin, you don't want
And
to
Basil
solve
probably
everything
could
with...
Oh, Basil definitely could.
Farwin, you don't always want to solve everything with violence, okay? You can disagree with people, but you can still respect them.
Well, Satanta taught me to respect people and solve my problems with violence. You can do both.
And also, you should only respect the people that deserve respect. And she has not earned it.
She seems strong.
She also seems very mean to you, and I don't think that's nice.
True, but it is important to respect people's strength, because otherwise, how will you know how strong they are?
Well, I think there's a difference between respecting somebody's strength and their abilities and them as a person. And I can respect that she's probably strong, but she's not nice.
I guess that makes sense.
So I'm not going to punch her, probably, but I'm also not going to like her very much.
Okay.
But you form your own opinion, that's just mine.
Juju, what opinion should I form?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I want you to form the opinion of the opinion that is in your mind.
Okay, that's what I think now.
I hope that worked.
I agree with you.
As you are winding down for the evening. Jasnah, what are you doing right now?
I'll make sure that everyone has some drinks, that dinner is provided for here at the tavern. I'm gonna go find someone that can do nothing too fancy, just a rudimentary tattoo shop, hopefully, in this town.
Can I come?
Ooh. You see, so she was trying to slink out, but if you do approach her... I'm just going to look to go find a tattoo. Does that sound fun to you?
Yes?
Wow, you are exactly like my nephew. Never mind. Okay, yeah, sure. Come along. Why not?
Okay.
Do you need Basil to come with you?
Absolutely. That is, and like, I look and see the far ones like looking at the situation. That is a very kind offer. I feel quite escorted and accompanied by young Farwin at this time. But thank you so much.
Okay, I'll hang out with Juju and Scribbles.
Yes.
Yeah, don't worry, Vesper. I'm almost as strong as Basil is.
I know.
So, in looking for a tattoo shop, you don't find a tattoo shop, but you do find a location called Byrus All Practice. And it lists a lot of things that they do: tailoring, woodworking, clothworking, tattooing, medical procedures,
I love this
shoe
place.
making, shoe repair, dry cleaning.
If they have a t-shirt, I'm gonna buy a fucking t-shirt here. Um, Farwin, have you ever seen a place like this? They do everything.
No, this is the first town I've ever been to. Ever.
A baby.
I apologize. That is my privilege showing through. Okay, let's go inside and see what we can find.
Okay.
You push the door open and you hear a ding 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 as a little bell chimes up above you, and you see a slightly older human man behind the counter go, "Yes, welcome to Byron's All Goods and All Services. What can I do for you?"
Well, very good evening. This is a very eclectic and interesting store that you have here. I was interested perhaps in getting a tattoo, nothing too fancy.
Ah, yes, you'd be interested in my brother Byron. He's the one who does all the tattooing work. Let me go get him for you. And you'll see him go behind a curtain, and you'll hear rustling around a little bit, and you'll hear him go, "Byron, it's time for you. Come out, brother." And then you'll hear a moment later, "Yes, brother, I'm on my way." And you'll see a very similar looking man wearing different clothing come out. He's wearing a white shirt, a small hat, has glasses on, and says, "Yes, my name is Byron. I am my brother's brother. I am the one who does the tattooing and the medical work. What can I do for you?"
Jasnah will blink a few times, but won't say anything about it. Yes, Byron. Byron. Okay. Okay, yes. This is a pleasure to meet you entirely for the first time, Byron. Byron, I am interested in a tattoo. Something pretty simple, nothing too fancy.
Okay, a tattoo is what I can do. What are you looking for specifically?
Let's go ahead and put this one right up on left bicep. I just wanted to say C10.
Do you want C10 on there?
Indeed. It's a
Hmm.
new thing that I was just given today.
I see. I can most certainly do this for you. This would be a delicate procedure. Could you take off your, shoulder garments for this for me? I don't want to damage them at all. I mean, if they do get damaged, my brother Byron could take care of them.
Wait, I thought you were Byron.
Yes, I am Byron, and my brother is Byron.
You both have the same name.
It is our last name.
Oh, okay. And then our
I
first
am
name
Cyrus Byron.
Cyrus Byron. Okay. And your brother
Milo Byron.
Milo Byron. Okay. Indeed. But I will indeed sit down, undo my shoulder pauldron, still leave the rest of the armor on, pull up the just shoddy kind of like tunic that's underneath the pauldron, and just provide my arm. I would have been sure to bring one of the bottles with me. I take a few very heavy gulps and say, Farwin, if you see something nice in here that you like, pick it out, okay?
Okay. And Farwin is gonna look around.
Great. Farwin, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay. 13.
With a 13, you're able to find some weird everyday goods that you've never really seen before because you've never been in a town. You find shoe leather, you find leather polish, you find a leather sewing kit, you find just a regular sewing kit with thread and needles. You get a couple different colors of thread there. You find, let's see, what else do you find? You find a washing board, and you find a on-road shoe repair kit that is all of those previous shoe things, but all tied into one and just a little bit more expensive than each of them individually.
Okay. Cool.
Do you take any of them?
No, I'm gonna wait.
Okay. For the tattoo, you will see Byron in his white shirt and his hat dip below a counter and pull out a contraption that looks a little odd. It's got a wide shaft, a tube. There is a head with a bunch of needles on it, and it looks like a little mechanical trigger on there. Now, I'm going to warn you, this is going to sting a bit.
Not worse than anything I've said to myself before. And I'll take another few big gulps.
Well, that's depressing. You should see somebody about that. And before you can even do anything else, he's going to jam the needles into your arm and start pulling the trigger. And he's going to push and pull and push and pull and start moving it.
Ooh.
And it is a very old, like, mechanical, not electric needle gun
Hell
for
yeah.
tattoos. So, like, it's going to take a hot minute and it's going to hurt a lot. You will take, over the course of this, 7 piercing damage as he's not very good with his hands. And he'll go, "Oops, sorry, pushed it a little too hard there. Hope it's not too painful for you." And he'll just jab and keep pressing, and eventually, I'm gonna roll here for it. He makes a pretty, well-functioning, neatly organized, and, kind of well-mannered C10 on your arm.
Perfect. It is all I needed.
Well, that'll be 4 silver.
I give the man a gold.
Oh, are you sure about that? You can get 2 for this much.
I'm feeling generous.
3 if I was feeling spicy.
Yes, should I get a tattoo too? Because I have a great idea.
No.
I
Okay,
do
wait,
children.
I'm sorry. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to say no. Farwin.
So here's my idea. Let me know what you think, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
Tell me
so
what you think.
it's a bicep tattoo just like yours. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a spooky skull with a dastardly grin and a rose in its teeth, and it's on fire with 2 deadly cobras twisting in and out of the eye sockets, and the cobras have muscular arms and they're crossing their arms, and the side of the skull has a mom heart tattoo, and under it is a banner that says "No fucks given."
Did you Google bad tattoos?
You see Byron scribbling notes. What was that about the cobras? They were crossing their arms and they were intertwining in the eye sockets?
Yeah.
Internally, Jasnah is wrestling with understanding that she needs to do her best not to pass on her generational hang-ups on this very impressionable kid, but also needs to, sort of protect him in a little way. I will tell you what, Farwin. I'm so sorry for my outburst before.
That's okay.
I've had a little bit too much apple juice. Farwin, I will tell you this. What if we find a way, Byron, could you perhaps just draw it in a way that would last a little longer? And if you like the way that it looks, After 2 weeks, then maybe you go ahead and you get it.
Would that
Hmm,
work?
I don't know about keeping it for 2 weeks, but I can put it on there without the needles.
And it won't stay on permanently.
No, 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 no. This ink isn't like that. It's ink! And he'll kind of just rub some on his skin, and then he'll take a cloth and he'll wipe it, and it's gone. The rag, however, noticeably covered in ink.
Yeah.
Hey,
So basically, I just want to try to talk Faru into maybe getting a temporary, see what it feels like, but then
I think
respect.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, but then respect his own agency in this, because she's trying not to fuck up someone's like young life right now.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will pay for his too.
okay. This one will be... I'm not needling you up, so it's only gonna cost you 2 silver, but you gave me a gold, so I don't care. And he's just gonna stick his tongue out and be like, alright, kitty, come here. Gonna paint on you.
Oh, I don't like that.
Okay.
Ugh.
And he's going to paint on a skull with rosebud teeth, 2 cobras in the eyes, crossing in and out across each other with big biceps, crossing their arms with on their arms heart mom, and underneath a banner that says no fucks given.
And the skull's on fire, and it has
And
a
the
rose in its teeth.
And the skull is on fire with a rose on its teeth.
Yes.
Is it awful taste but great execution?
This one's not so great on the execution department. So the cobras are a bit uneven. The one bicep on one of them is really huge, and the other one kind of just has a stick figure arm. It's Cobra Trogdor.
Oh boy.
One of them says heart mom, and one of them says heart on the banner is kind of screwed up a bit. The no says mo fucks give.
Sweet.
The rose and the skull are there. The fire is there. Just the cobras and the words are a little fucked up. That's about it. That's everything you requested. Job well done, me.
Aw, thanks.
Well, you can need anything else? I can go to my brother. He does all of the leather working. You need shoes? We also clean clothes.
I am satisfied for now. Do you need anything else, Farwin?
No.
Well, that's that then. Come back and see us if you ever need anything. The Byron brothers are always here for you.
Indeed. Thank you, Byron brothers. And thank you for the tattoo.
Okay, thank you much, kids. And he'll wish past the curtain and go, Brother Byron, I have another. And you'll hear from there. Oh, fine. Somebody get him.
You sounded like Invader Zim, or the little robot there from Invader Zim as you were saying that.
Grr? Yeah.
Grr, thank you.
I only try my hardest.
Juju, tell me everything about yourself.
Oh, everything? That's a long story. Well, I've never been asked this before. Well, I'm an artist, but that's probably obvious. I'm from a place called the Turquoise Reef, and my parents left when I was really young, and I haven't seen them since. And I had to live with my aunt for a while, but I don't really like her. And
Do you want to find your parents?
Yeah, I do. I miss them a lot. It was also just really tough once they left. And I haven't been able to show them any of the cool art I've made.
I bet they'd be really proud of you.
Oh, I hope so.
Let's find them. We'll do it.
That would be so great. What about you? What's your story, if you want to talk about it, that is.
I like to read books. And I want to find more books to read.
Do you want to have a library?
Yes.
Ooh, that would be really fun.
Is there a library in the town we're going to?
Yes. Most big cities, I think they tend to have them. They have to store a lot of information.
I'm going to steal all of their books.
You mean borrow them?
No, I don't.
Do you want a library card?
Do you have to have one of those?
Yeah, if you're planning to borrow the books.
Oh, but I'm not.
Oh.
But I will get the library card though, if that's the rules.
Okay, I'll show you how to get a library card.
Okay.
And as you're saying this, coming through the door back in will be Jasnah and Farwin. Jasnah with a nice looking, still kind of red and sore tattoo, and Farwin with an inked on monstrosity.
Oh my gods. Jasnah, what have you done?
I have provided a safe space for Farley to explore his self-expression in a way that will not be so permanent. He can rub it off whenever he wants.
There's a bad word on there, Farwin.
Yeah, but do you see what it says? So, I mean, I don't think I care.
Oh my god.
It does say "Mo fucks give."
Farwin, if you end up really liking this design, I can maybe draw it a little better for you.
That would be great!
It's cute.
Thanks!
Especially the snakes.
I'm fucking insight checking. Bad roll. I've had terrible rolls tonight, 10.
Would you like to hide this information from him / persuade him that you're not lying?
That I'm lying?
So the question is, are you genuinely trying to tell him that the snakes look good, or are you lying to him?
I said the snakes are cute. And Juju is not lying, because she would
Okay.
definitely compliment, at least on one part of the artwork, even if it's bad.
Okay, so yeah. Farwin, with that, Juju thinks the snakes look cute.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks, Juju. And Farman's gonna go over and give her a hug, smudging the tattoo into her probably fur or something. I don't know.
A little bit of it. A little bit of
I
one
don't
of
prefer.
the cobras does come off.
Oh, look, see, now we have matching tattoos.
Cool.
What is happening? Jasnah, your influence. It's so powerful.
Yeah, Yasmin's a bad influence.
None, I'm not trying to influence anyone. I am merely guiding in a safe manner.
Why'd you get
That is
C10?
not- I'm sorry?
Why'd you get C10?
Because I'm a core 10.
Oh,
And apparently that means something here, so I'm going to take it and make it my own.
Does it mean something to you?
No, I'm probably going to regret this tomorrow. I was just feeling spicy, and I just wanted to, how they say, chuck the dog just to spite the dog.
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Like in the village when you chuck a duck, a duck, but because the dog it's barking too much, and Really? No one? Come on. It is a very popular saying.
We need to find Juju's parents.
Oh, it's not a priority. It's just
It's-
something I'm kind of doing.
It's a priority
Are they
for
missing?
sure.
Well, when I was a young kid, they left to this isle in particular to do some business. I don't know, I was too young to understand. And they never came back. So I just been trying to look for them on my journeys, as well as do my own journeying.
Sorry, which island did they go to? Do you know?
Well, they went to this one.
Oh, where we are now.
Yeah. I'm originally from the Turquoise Reef.
Where's that? Wait, you're from underwater?
No, I just live by the water. It's on the
But reefs are
Shorehaven
underwater?
Isle.
Aren't they?
Well, it has a really pretty blue waters there, but there's like a town on the beaches near the reef.
Do you like to swim?
Yes, I do. I really love the ocean.
How do you swim with hooves?
You just keep kicking. And I'm really good at kicking.
Wow.
You know, Farwin, a fish might ask you, how do you swim with feet?
Not very well compared to a fish.
Do you know how
I
to
do my
swim?
best. Yeah.
Oh, so we can go swimming together.
Yeah.
And perhaps Auras can be a place that we can pick up again, right? As you said, you are from Auras. Oh no, you went to school there.
Yes.
And I'm sure someone with parents that surely must have been as colorful as you are would stick out in a place like this.
I would hope so. I was, like I said, I was so young that sometimes my memory of them is very hazy. That's why I try to draw them whenever I can, just to kind of keep my memory fresh.
Should we go somewhere
Oh.
else then?
No, we should definitely keep on the path. Like I said, like it is something I want to do. But you never know, maybe they went back to the city. I'm just hoping that maybe the world is actually kind of small and I'll just bump into them one day.
I bet we will.
I agree. I bet we will.
With that, the night is going to come to a close. You are all able to find your respective rest. While you're asleep, Farwin, you have a dream.
Okay.
You feel a light, cool sea breeze on your face. You can hear a rush of crowds, and around you, you see buildings as far as the eye can go. You see tall buildings, small buildings, round, beautiful architecture. You see stalls and merchants and goods. And something inside of you just wants it. Part of you says that this seems good. And as you're walking through the town, you turn a corner and the town fades away and you're back home. You're surrounded by trees and woods and grass, and you see the orphanage where you grew up. You see your friends, and you see everything as it was when you left. You head inside through the door, and once again it shifts. And you are back in the Barley Beholder. walking through the front door. You hear whispering. You hear wordless sound. Until finally, you find yourself standing over yourself in your own bed. And you're kind of sprawled out, snoring, drool coming out.
Yep, absolutely.
And
Snot
you just-
bubble.
Yep, snot bubble and everything. You just pause on yourself for a moment. And once again find your consciousness fading back to sleep. But that first image of the town sticks in your mind. And you wake up the next morning. All of you rested, ready for the day. All of your resources at your behest.
Cool.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I got you a breakfast.
Ooh, thank you so much.
What did you get for breakfast for everybody?
I don't know. What do they have? Like toast and maybe like some sausage or eggs, and
Yeah.
extra tomatoes for Jasnah.
There is just one tomato on Jasnah's plate.
This is very extravagant, Vesper. This is very kind.
It's a big day ahead of us, maybe.
This is already more tomatoes in the past 2 days than I had in the first, years of my life.
How
Thank you
many?
very much.
How many years of your life, Jasnah? I bought you a tomato. How old are you?
That's blackmail. And it
Yes.
is not very nice. And I'm 27.
That's not that old. That's fine.
I didn't say it was old.
Well, you just act a lot older.
I mean, that's fair.
And also, you have like a couple of gray hairs.
What? Where? What? Jasnah gets up and goes to the bathroom.
You look in the mirror. Make an investigation check.
It's a 7.
You search through your hair, and you can't be certain whether or not there are any grays. This mirror is not the best. It's a little bit cloudy. There's a little bit of grime on it. You try and wipe it down and look again. You can't get a good angle on your head.
Walks back and pockets the tomato and has some toast and sausage.
Okay? What is on the docket for the crew today?
We're traveling, no?
Well, hopefully Helena got my note from Basil, so she should be coming to visit us. And then we go and get out of this weird little town. Maybe horses? We should get some horses, maybe.
But
Are
what
there-
about the Spooky Sanitarian?
What about it?
It's so weird. Why do they have one?
Because people need help sometimes. And just because something is weird does not necessarily mean that it makes it bad.
No, I'm pretty sure all weird things are bad.
That's not true. Jasnah is not bad.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, Jasnah.
It is okay.
As you are finishing your breakfast, Helena will come in and just look at you and say, "Why did you send a mouse with a letter?"
I didn't feel like going over myself. We were busy.
That's still a little bit weird.
Not all things that are weird are bad.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's just a first. you know,
Do you also have an issue with Basil?
it was just weird. It was a weird way to get a letter.
We're leaving.
Yeah, I read as much. Have you decided on a location?
That big town to the north.
Ioris? Okay, well, let me check and see what jobs I got, and she'll flip through that same binder. Well, they haven't posted any jobs that need doing from there for right now, but mind you, I haven't gotten the updates in a couple of days, so they could have something by the time you get there. From here, though, I do have my report that I need to send in full, and that does go over there. That's where my superiors are, so I could contract you to bring that over. That'd be, I think, a suitable job.
And as you said, the CR10 is able to take a scroll from one town to another.
That is accurate.
Oh, goody, I am meeting my requirements, and my framework and schema has been defined for me.
Are you good? Feel
You're
like you're
doing
taking
great,
this a little
Jasnah.
hard.
Keep it up.
Are you upset that you got a low score?
No, not at all. I'm just being facetious.
What number are you, Helena?
You can't just ask a woman what number she is.
I mean, she's not asking about my age or my weight, so I mean, I think it's fine. And she will pull out a medallion from under her shirt. This here is my registration, and she'll turn it over, and it will have her name, Helena von Leandro, and underneath it, there will be an emblazoned number 3.
We were close.
Ooh.
Wait,
Getting assigned to a town on your own is kind of important.
do we need one of those little medallion things so that way people think we're the real deal?
I've got it in my report here, and I will, and she'll produce a second scroll. This is my letter to my superiors saying that I have evaluated your skills, your evaluations, and exactly what you need to do from here on. Or rather, what we need from you from here on, if you will continue at that point. Obviously, you don't have to. You don't have to work with us, but if you ever intend to, you could eventually become full-fledged members of the Protectorate, and that would open up avenues to you a bit more.
Can we borrow some horses?
I mean, I don't have a horse to lend out. I mean, there is the stable on the west end of town by the farms. They might have something to, for you there. I mean, there also might be I know a caravan came in a couple weeks ago. They might be itching to leave by this point.
Oh, kind of.
Is that
Yeah,
the one that...
I mean, sometimes you gotta get goods in here. There's only so much you can grow yourself.
Whereabouts with this caravan, or its organizers? Where might we find some of them?
I mean, that would be with that information be at the registry, and she will. It's back over by my office. It's the town hall.
You need anything from ours, or anything that you want us to check in with? Anyone in particular that we should check in with?
I mean, if you're gonna check in with anybody in particular, I would say Vestali would probably be your best bet.
Vestali. Okay.
She is the head of the clergic membership for the Protectorate, so she handles all of our, goings on between us and the church there. She also manages all of our, books and stuff.
Who do they worship there?
I'm sorry, I thought that was an obvious kind of thing. It's kind of in the name, Ayun.
Oh, okay.
It's a city of knowledge.
Yes, that makes sense.
I gotta ask, did you crawl out from like under a rock or something?
Me?
I mean, yeah, Ioris is one of the biggest cities on the... I mean, on the Isle, it's the biggest, but out of all the Isles, it's maybe top 3.
He knows 10 people.
Yeah, but he's not the one who asked what Ioris was. I didn't expect him to know.
Does he live under a rock? No, I didn't crawl out from under a
I
rock.
lived in the woods.
And see, I already knew that, which is why I didn't ask him.
No, I've just never been there.
Well, it is a beautiful city, coast side, got a nice view of everything around it. I'd say you should probably check out some of the restaurants there. The smaller towns here don't really have much of a dining culture. It's no offense meant, habits, but there's a difference between inn food and restaurant food.
Do you like my tattoo? Frowen shows it off. It's now smudged as hell, and it just says "move."
Yeah, that's... She's gonna kind of poke at it. I'm very glad that it's not permanent, because otherwise I'd be reprimanding you for a really poor decision-making skill.
Oh. Frowen looks sad again.
I mean, it's all smudged up. If that was real, like, if that was in your skin like that, that would just be bad.
Oh,
I'm sure it looked much better yesterday.
It looks great now.
Yeah.
As it is, like, half visible, the words are illegible, and it was poorly drawn in the first place. I'm sure if you wanted something, actually, Ioris is full of people who are good at that kind of thing.
Really?
Again, city of knowledge. Tattooing, while it's an art, it's something that people are good at.
Okay, let's
That's
go.
where you go to find people who are good at their stuff.
Elena, any particular tavern or watering hole that you recommend when we get there?
Oy, I mean, I haven't stayed in one of those in over a decade. Once I joined up with the Protectorate, I never really needed to. I'd say... probably the... that's too expensive. Oh god, you put me on the spot now. Gods be with me, I can't remember one for the life of me. I haven't been there in years, so I'm gonna default and say, don't pick something expensive. Don't let them fleece you. They like to do that sometimes.
Wise words. I appreciate it. And, you run a tight ship.
I mean, it's tight a ship as I can run on my own.
Take care of yourself, okay?
You do the same. If you ever come back these neck of the woods, you can give me a shout.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we will.
And watch out for the creepy sanitarium.
I mean, again, Simon's not that creepy. He's just a very, hard gentleman.
No, he's creepy. It's okay to admit that.
If I'm being honest, Jacques kind of freaks me out a little bit. He doesn't talk too much. That weirds me out. Simon, he's what he is.
Jacques talks a lot if you just force him to be your friend.
I'm gonna act like I didn't hear that,
Oh,
because I
no.
don't think I want an explanation. Don't make me regret sticking my neck out on you.
Bye.
Above board question.
Yeah.
Is charming people illegal, and would we know that? Because I know it's like a low
feel
magic
like-
world, so I imagine charm person is actually fairly rare.
I would say that because magic is a kind of like proto thing that society isn't well equipped for, it's not illegal, but if you do it to the wrong person or in the wrong place, you could
Right.
probably get in trouble for it.
A moral gray area. My
It is an
favorite.
extreme moral gray area where
Extreme.
it is morally incorrect. Legally, there's no law that says you can't charm somebody because magic that charms people is not like a common thing.
It's a great line to walk.
Ah, fantastic. Can't wait for that to bite us in the ass somehow.
To do something really morally bad but have it be legally good, or do something legally very bad but have it morally be the good thing.
Yeah, can't wait.
It's almost as if that's what I've set up. Oh no.
Oh,
Moral
no.
choices.
It's the master plan.
It's all falling into place.
It's all about the military-industrial complex.
Okay, so we see if the caravan is going back to Ioris, or we borrow some horses, purchase some horses.
That sounds good.
Or we walk.
Yeah, walking's not too bad too. It just takes a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, walking is actually pretty nice.
And then we can explore on the way. That'd be fun.
If we could explore on horses too.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Do we want to just go get some horses and the caravan can just do its own thing?
It might be worth at least seeing what the caravan might have to offer.
Well,
It might be a nice way to walk and make a little money at the same time.
Satanta did tell me that it's important for heroes to know the land. And that I should walk everywhere because of that.
Okay, if we can walk with the caravan though and make money.
I'd be okay with that.
Let's go talk to them then.
You are headed to the town hall. You make your way in the building and you go to the front desk. There is a younger boy sitting there. He goes, "Hi, what can I do for you?" Oh no.
Oh no. Yes, you're...
Hello?
I can hear
the
it.
robots.
in the spaghetti. Am I a spaghetti robot?
You're more
Beep boop T-Pain?
understanding. Nope, I can't speak today. Not ever.
We
I
can't
can
pass
understand a little more.
We can't pass a capture test right now.
I would be.
Oh, you're a human again.
I'm a robot.
No, you're
I
human.
can't pass the capture.
Are we humans?
Humans.
Beep boop.
Humans?
I too wet the skin.
What?
Ah yes, my daily cleansing rituals.
Oh.
Wet the skin.
You do not shower every day.
No, I do not. It's bad for my hair.
Hello, young child at the desk.
Hello, what can I do for you?
Do you have any caravans that need protecting that are also going to Ioris?
Oh, I mean, the caravan is still here. I don't know if they need protecting, but, you could probably, they were scheduled to leave today, so, they might already be gone, but they were headed to Ioris.
Thanks, small friend.
Thanks.
Let's go. Juju, you're in charge. Lead the way.
Oh, okay. Let's go, team. Find the caravan that already might be on their way out. Or already on their way out. We can tail them, maybe. And I want to go look around with my team.
Okay. It's pretty ominous. Yeah. If you leave the town hall, you got all your stuff together, and you make your way to the east side of town, you ask around a bit. They will say that the caravan left about an hour and a half ago.
Ooh. Do we want to book it after them?
The other option is walking, right? So, like, it's walk or walk.
That's true.
Yeah,
Farwan is visibly excited.
it's a caravan. They can't be going too quickly.
That's true. So, we can just start walking, and maybe if we bump into them, then we can tell them what nice people we are, and they'll let us join.
That's a good point.
Okay. Are you leaving town?
Yes.
Okay. I would like for 3 things from you. The first thing, I would like a general marching order while you walk. What kind of formation are you walking in? Who's leading? Second, I would like your travel speed. Are you moving at a slow, medium, or fast pace? This will affect how many days it takes you to get to Ioris, as well as your level of safety along the path. And thirdly, I would like for a group survival check to make sure that you are able to, go the correct direction, make a decent pace, and maybe not befall yourselves into any natural dangers.
Oh, so there's no imperial paved road or anything like that, or is there a trail?
There is a beaten trail, but while you are camping, unless you are camping directly on the roadside, there is the chance that you might lose the trail at times. It's not always a fully beaten path as well, so making sure that you're going in the correct direction when the path isn't so well trod.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Well, if the caravan only left an hour before us, then we just need to walk an hour longer at night, so we can catch them at night by the latest,
Yeah, and maybe if we just start off at probably a faster speed than they would be going.
Yeah.
At least for the first day, I guess. Just to see if we catch up.
Okay, so begin on your journey. You set out into the wilderness, and the path itself is well trod at this point. You don't need too much to get on it. It's early in the morning. You walk, and what pace are you walking at?
Fast.
Fast pace?
What do y'all think? Do you want to do fast or medium?
I think for at least the first day, fast is fine.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So you take a very quick jaunt. You try and get as fast as you can out the village and towards where the caravan is headed to. You walk for about 4 hours, and the path is still well beat at this point. Another 2 hours, and the path is beginning to get a little less good. And 1 more hour, and I will need the first survival check to make sure that you are still going in the correct direction.
Yeah, I wanted to ask if there was horse hockey or anything on the road.
That would be included in the survival check here.
Nice.
So I would like for everybody to make me a survival check. And this will be a group pace fail.
5.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
6.
Okay. So So you have 2 passes, 2 fails. For the first day, your clear condition was 1 pass. You have passed that, so you are able to follow along, and you see rough between grass blades, wheel trails. You find some horse dung every now and then, and there are kind of more trodden footprints every here and there that you're able to follow. And as you continue on, you'll walk for an extra hour, and as the day begins to dim into night, you will find yourselves at the edge of a camp. The nighttime air beginning to hit, the sun beginning to slowly set, and you can hear the sound of voices from a clearing just off the path.
Juju, go say hi to them.
Okay. Let's all go together. And, I'll do my best to talk.
Yeah, we'll go together.
Okay.
Alright, so you all make your way over to the campsite. And as you do, you can see a moderately sized fire pit. There are a couple of wood spikes placed in the ground and a spitting fire put above it. There's a pot hanging from it currently. There are a couple of rabbits skewered over the fire and cooking and roasting there. People are setting up tents, and there's somebody with a clipboard inspecting the carts and making sure there's no damage. As you walk in, a couple of people look over, and a man wearing kind of medium-ish armor quickly stands up and makes his way over, hand on the hilt of his sword. What can I do for you folk?
Hi. I raise like a really shy hand. My name's Juju, and these are my friends, and we are on our way to the city of Ioris, and we heard back in Veneris that a caravan was going that way, so we were looking to possibly join your caravan so we can go to the city together. I hope that's okay.
And he's just gonna kind of look at all of you. I'm not in charge of that. Let me quick get... Hey, Wall! And he's gonna shout over his shoulder, and you'll see a slightly more, round individual wearing, merchant's garb, pop around from one side of a cart. Yes, what can I do for you? These folk, they said they're headed to Ioris. They weren't registered with us, but they want to know if they could join up. Said their names, this one at least is Juju.
Hi.
And you'll see this man who is referred to as Wall. He's got kind of thinning brown hair, a kind of dopey short mustache, and very thick sideburns. Well, I don't know why. What brings you to the caravan? Why do you want to go to Ioris?
Well, we just became protectorates, and we have to get that all officialized. And so we gotta go to the city to actually do that.
Oh, you're trainees, I see. This is a rarity from here. Don't really find many Venerian trainees. Interesting. None of you really look the type to be from Venarius as well. He's gonna kind of look at all of you one more time.
I'm from the forest.
Huh. The forest, you say?
Yep. Grew up in an orphanage in the forest.
Nothing suspicious about that. And he'll kind of turn to the next person. Well, you all look like you're fit and hearty, and if you're signed on with the Protectorate in any official capacities, then I don't see why there's any reason why I shouldn't bring you on extra protection can never hurt you.
Yes, we can provide some protecting services. We would love to do that for you.
Oh, well, if you're offering, I'm not going to say no, lassie. Well, and he's gonna pat the guy in armor on the back real hard. Tack here will get you all set up, and if you got your own tents, you can set yourself up over there. The guy will just kind of lower his hand off his sword. Well, you heard the guy. And he'll go back to walking around the perimeter of the camp.
Thank you.
Oh, it's nothing, my dear. Just a simple, sharing of travels. Always makes for heartier companionship. And he'll go and find somebody with a clipboard and, heavily slap them on the back and loudly start talking to them.
Bless you.
Okay. Good work, team.
We did it. Okay. So shall we rest for the night? We should.
Has been a long day's journey. You have walked a total of 9 hours. You're all kind of exhausted at this point.
Sounds like a good idea.
Where do you want to set up camp?
Yeah, we need to set up camp. They said that they were going to show us where we could set up camp.
You pointed over there.
There will be a portion that was unoccupied that the man had pointed to near the south side of camp.
Are there other tents there?
There are a couple of other tents, in nearby, but it is there's a generally empty spot there where you could fit a couple of tents.
I think we should put the watch. I can take the first one.
I can watch. Get some sleep. I've got it.
Really? Sure.
Yeah.
I think I'll treat myself. Thank you, Vesper.
Okay. So, do you all make tents, is my first question. Do all of you have tents?
That's a great question. I know I have a bedroll,
Nope.
but I don't think I have a
I
tent.
have a bedroll.
Yeah, I think I'll have a bedroll.
Okay.
Actually, no. I just have clothes.
So Farwood is sleeping on the ground.
I'm
You got
from
two
the
bedrolls.
woods.
Does Vesper have a tent?
No.
Okay, so a bunch of bedrolls on the ground. You're able to keep yourself warm. The fire is kept, well lit and hearty throughout the night by a couple of attendees. So warmth is radiating out towards you. And Vesper, you are watching for the whole night.
Yes.
Okay. I would like
Oh,
you
the
to
whole
make-
night. I thought we were gonna trade off.
I don't wake anybody else up to take over.
Okay. I would like you to make 4 perception checks for me then.
Okay. Wow. 5, 6, 6, 14.
Wow.
I rolled 1, 2, 2, 10.
You rolled 2 ones.
I rolled 2 2s.
Ooh. Okay. So, during the first couple hours of your watch, you're just there. The wind's going by. You kind of zone out a little bit. Nothing interesting's happening, so you kind of lose focus. Next couple hours, see somebody tending the fire, and they kind of set the cuff of their sleeve on fire, and they go, ah! And they have to pat it out quickly, and they run a little bit of water over their arm, and they just go, and they're trying to like make sure that it doesn't like caustically burn. And that distracts you for a little bit, just watching them. Next 2 hours, kind of dull. Last couple hours of your watch, in the trees, you hear the flapping of birds, and you hear as a couple of blackbirds fly overhead. They are flying from the western direction, going east. Otherwise, nothing notable on your watch that night. You see a couple of other individuals taking watches at different areas of camp. They don't seem bothered by anything during their time either. And all of the rest of you wake up with no hitches.
Vesper, what time is it?
I don't know. I don't wear a watch. Like, no, the sun's there, so like 8 in the morning.
Vesper, you didn't wake me up. Why did you do that?
You were sleeping. Why would I wake you up?
We were going to trade off. I'm so sorry. I should have woken up.
No, that's dumb. Although you did miss that guy setting himself on fire. That was pretty funny.
And you will see a guy with a slightly singed cuff who has wrapped his arm now in bandages and who is staying away from any fire.
Well, that was very kind of you. Next time, let's share it, okay?
I mean, if you want. Good morning, friends.
Good morning.
Good morning.
As you're all waking up, you can hear the portly gentleman just laughing over at somewhere and like clapping somebody on the back 3 times as he's telling a story. And that's why I never go barefoot ever again. I used to when I was in the city, and I stepped on some glass, and long story short, I almost lost a foot. And you'll see people going about folding up their tents and getting things back into carts and, making breakfast. There's a pot on the fire. Some sort of stew is brewing.
Who's ready for a big day?
Yeah, let's do it.
Is your tattoo more smudged?
I think
at this point it's gone.
It's gone.
So, quick get this. One moment, please. Just gotta get something all set. There we go. So, as you are all eating your breakfast, you finish up, you're able to pack up for the day, everything's clean, you're well fed, you're rested and ready for the journey, and the caravan sets out. As you're walking, you see a couple of people on horseback, a lot of people in the caravans, a couple of people walking. There are 2 individuals other than yourselves with weapons, the one who you saw last night, and a darker-skinned gentleman with more pointed ears who is wearing light leather armor and has a couple daggers on him. Other than that, it's a pretty simple caravan. You'll hear chatting, an occasional laugh, an occasional very loud laugh from that larger gentleman, and it's a peaceful ride for the first couple hours. You're walking, nothing's quite going on. Next 2 hours, still nothing. It's a beautiful day. It's getting more towards the crest of the sun at this point. The forest is nice and quiet. And then you hear squawking of birds. Like large quantities of them. And a big flock of birds flies over your head from the south going north.
Arwen, did you see the birds?
Yeah. Can I do like a perception check to sort of see what startled them?
Yeah, please make a perception check for me. This is a sound-based perception check.
22.
22? Okay.
Yep.
So with a 22, you listen in and you can hear it's faint, but you hear something thumping against trees.
There's something there. And where is this in direction in comparison to our caravan?
It is southeast of you.
And we're traveling northeast.
You are traveling northeast, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure Jasnah's aware. And I'm gonna keep my eyes on our on the southeast side of the caravan.
Okay. You guys continue traveling, keeping an eye out behind you. And occasionally birds will fly overhead from that direction. And the forest, aside from the birds flying over, gets quieter over time. And Farwin, you grew up in a forest. The forest being quiet is weird and concerning. Usually there's sound everywhere, constant noise. But right now, it's just quiet. Quiet, quiet, quiet. And you'll hear the tapping of who.
Uh-oh, they're frozen.
Uh-oh, frozen.
Cliffhanger. Do.
Oops, you'll hear the.
Do.
Am I back?
Do.
Yeah, we're back.
Hello? Okay. So you will hear the tapping of hooves, you'll hear people talking, you'll hear laughing, but otherwise, forest sounds, you're not hearing too much.
Should I send Basil out to take a look?
It might not be a bad idea. Also, would we have had a chance to let the other two armed individuals know that the Pharaoh had sensed something to the southeast?
Yes, you would have, and they would take a look back and say, well, we are out in the woods. Something could pop out. We'll keep an eye up on the north end of things if you keep an eye on the south end of things. Meet up if anything comes down.
You got it.
They'll trot ahead and they'll keep an eye out up front.
How are the horses?
Make an animal handling check.
Ooh, first animal handling check in 2 campaigns, baby. Nat 20. Let's
Oh
go.
my god.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Animal handling! Also, it's not the first. You had to handle wyverns in the previous campaign.
Oh, that's true. I did do that once. Seriously, why did they keep animal handling and remove use rope?
Listen, I don't fucking know. Filthy language from me. But, that said,
Yeah, I'm
you'll
excited to
see,
watch it.
looking, the horse's demeanor seems kind of tepid, that they'll occasionally kind of whinny up and not follow commands well. They seem spooked by something.
Okay, I would like to pat one of the horses on the snoot.
You can pat the horse on the snoot, and
I get
it kind of nuzzles in and
Yeah.
fits into your hand, and you're able to pat it and give it a good head rub, and calms down just a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna return to the party and say there's something scaring the horses. I don't know what it is.
Oh no.
I can send Basil out to look.
Okay.
I'll send Basil back in towards the southeast.
Okay, I'd like you to make a perception check for Basil.
Hold on.
Because it would go beyond your visual range
Yes.
at one point or another.
Perception is wisdom. Alright, flat roll. Oh, does it rely on smell? I have advantage on those. Well, Basil does.
Okay.
That's cocked. 17!
17, okay. Right. So as you are sending Basil out, Basil will go out and say, and like, you'll hear in your head, just nothing. Because Basil will be too far. Basil will come back, not dead, obviously, and in your head you'll just hear, didn't see anything.
Basil didn't see anything. So, or smell anything.
Well, that's good.
That is good.
Or this is the chance that Basil was waiting for.
Funnily enough, as you say that, you do hear a loud crash behind you. As it sounds like a tree is getting crunched by something. And coming out from a tree line,
Oh no!
you see a large green figure with two hefty tusks curling up from the bottom lip. And as it is 11:24, I will leave it to the party. Would you like to roll initiative now, or would you like to go for next week?
I would like to go for next week.
I agree.
All right.
Because I will then forget and be like, what's my initiative again?
Yeah, we'll just re-roll.
All right. And with that, as a horrifying troll bears down on the caravan, we'll pick this up next week. And hopefully next week we won't have as many technical difficulties.
Yay!
Yes, we're going to get it figured out probably tomorrow because I'm going to replace all of our stuff.
Yep, we're gonna hopefully fix all of this. Get new cables, get new router, get new modem, maybe get a new internet package. Who knows? We'll figure it out.
Bye, Linda Stream. Thank you for watching. I love you.
Yeah, thank you, stream. You have a good one.
Yes, thank you, thank
What they
you.
said. Beep boop bye.
Beep poop, says the robot.